Good afternoon. Welcome to Utah. I'm sure you noticed in my last video, I kind of tried to do a little too much, tried to do kind of too many things in one trip, kind of a little overwhelming, kind of scattered and not very organized. So this trip, this video, we were focusing on Hanksville, Utah, and we're going to see what we could accomplish in Hanksville, Utah over the next 24 hours. So stick around and hopefully we're going to get some great shots. Alright, I'm doing my best to block the wind here, but yeah, it's super windy. So anyway, check it out. I think it's time to leave. Currently we are hanging out in Swing Arm City. I'm going to throw the drone up. It is still super windy, but the textures over here are just crazy. You have a ton of depth and these cool ridges. So hopefully I get some cool shots with the drone and maybe a couple cool pictures. If I do, I'll show them here. Good morning. Just woke up outside of Hanksville. It was so windy last night. The whole truck was shaking. Yeah. Anyway, brought all these clouds in with it. I'll show those here. So our morning view is a little muddied, but who knows? I might be able to find some kind of cool moody shots. The sun's coming up, but I don't think it's cracking through these clouds. So anyway, I'm going to make myself some breakfast, throw the drone up, and we're going to see what we can do. Alright, so it is significantly less windy than it was last night. I only have the Mini 4 Pro. This thing does pretty well in the wind, but it could not hang last night, so hopefully today goes a little better. So we're going to get this bad boy fired up, and off we go. I will say for quite some time I was team anti-drone, but as long as you're respectful about it and you pick the right place, and you're not in anybody's business, I see no problem with it. And in fact, I think it's a great tool to be able to get shots like this. one issue with the Mini 4 Pro is battery doesn't last super long, so I can't get super far away. That being said, the drone was just a mile away from me, which is pretty wild to think about. Today's breakfast is the updated Costco muffin. It's a significantly better size. It's not a cake. This is a great way to go. Super easy to pack, delicious. Anyway, I'm gonna eat and enjoy this view. Alright, as you can see, this slot canyon is enormous. It's one of the cooler ones I've ever been in just because how wide it is. Just makes you think how much water came through here to carve this thing out. Right, it's like truly like a massive canyon. So we're going to go ahead and take a walk through here. I would generally say you shouldn't do this, but my only camera currently that's taking pictures is a drone. So I'm going to put that up and get a couple of pictures. Luckily, I'm here in the middle of the week. There's no one here because that thing's probably going to echo like crazy, which is why I would suggest not doing that. You also do need to be aware certain places will not allow you to fly your drone. This currently is one of them. With that being said, again, I would not recommend doing it regularly. This is one of the cooler spots, personally, kind of near the Hanksville area. It's about a 30-minute drive south from Hanksville. That being said, you know, treat any slot canyon like every slot canyon. Even though this one's pretty wide, treat it like it will get narrow, because at some points it definitely will. And let people know where you're going before you travel to a slot canyon. And obviously, if it's going to rain, don't go. Alright, so obviously it's a little tight in here. I'm not going to fly the drone, but I'm going to pull it out and hold it in my hand and try and take a picture. So, check this out. A pretty slick little perspective right there. So, I'm going to try and snag that. We're going to see what we can do. Obviously, this is not the video I set out with the intention of making. Wednesday night into Thursday morning, I had an unfortunate incident in Arches National Park, shooting some astrophotography. My camera fell off of my tripod and tumbled about 60 feet down a cliff. So I was able to recover the camera, which is here, but it is, I'm going to assume, inoperable. And here's the lens. Funny enough, the glass doesn't look like it broke, which is pretty wild. So, Sigma, keep up the good work. The unfortunate part is that I lost my SD card, which had some pretty phenomenal shots of Dead Horse State Park and some great astro shots at Delicate Arch. I do want to thank George and Albert, who I met while doing some astrophotography there. They were both very kind and very generous, and donated quite a bit of their time helping me look for said SD card. Unfortunately, we weren't able to find it, but I will link their Instagrams down in the description. Again, huge shout out to them. I'm not sure they'll see this, but truly, thank you, gentlemen. I really appreciate it. With that being said, shit happens. I'm hoping to be back on my feet soon with a new camera, and we'll keep on plugging away. Overall, I hope you enjoyed this video, and you know, you got to work with what you got, and I hope this was still inspirational and entertaining to watch. So thank you, and I appreciate it.